There is a quiet mystery that has fascinated the world for decades. Why do Japanese women, even as they gracefully pass their 50s, 60s, and beyond, so often appear slim, vibrant, and far younger than their age? While in many countries, turning 60 is accompanied by a slowing metabolism, extra weight around the middle, and visible signs of aging. In Japan, it is not uncommon to find women in their 60s who carry themselves with the energy, posture, and vitality of someone 20 years younger. Their skin often has a smoothness that seems to resist time. Their bodies rarely carry the burdens of obesity-related illnesses, and their lifestyles radiate balance. This has led researchers, health enthusiasts, and even beauty experts worldwide to ask, what is the secret behind this phenomenon? The answer is not found in a single miracle cure or magic food. Instead, it lies in a rich cultural mosaic, a way of eating, living, and thinking that has been shaped by centuries of tradition, simplicity, and wisdom. When you step into the daily rhythm of Japanese life, the first thing you notice is the relationship they have with food. In much of the Western world, food is often rushed, processed, or consumed in oversized portions. But in Japan, eating is treated as a ritual, an act of respect not only toward the body, but also toward the ingredients themselves. Meals are often smaller in size, but greater in variety, with an emphasis on balance. Instead of a single large plate piled high, a Japanese table is typically filled with several small dishes. Perhaps a bowl of steamed rice, miso soup, a serving of pickled vegetables, a portion of fish, and a side of greens. This variety means that women are not loading their bodies with excess calories from one dominant food group, but instead giving themselves a nutrient-rich palate that keeps metabolism steady and prevents overeating. The philosophy here is simple yet profound. Eat less, but eat better. Equally important is the type of food that fills these small bowls. Japanese cuisine is built on natural, minimally processed ingredients. Seafood, rich in omega-3 fatty acids, makes up a significant portion of the diet and is known for its anti-inflammatory and skin-protective benefits. Soy-based foods such as tofu, miso, and edamame are staples, offering lean plant protein without the heavy saturated fats found in many Western diets. Vegetables, often seasonal and locally grown, are served daily, from leafy greens and seaweed to root vegetables like daikon and burdock, which are rich in antioxidants and fiber. Even their approach to desserts reflects moderation. Traditional sweets are lightly sweetened with natural ingredients like red beans or matcha, avoiding the sugar-laden indulgences that accelerate aging elsewhere. It is not a diet in the Western sense of the word, but rather a cultural way of eating that naturally nurtures health. Beyond the ingredients themselves, Japanese women follow a subtle but powerful principle known as Hara Hachi Bu, the practice of eating until you are 80% full. This mindful approach helps avoid the common trap of overeating, allowing the body to digest comfortably without excess burden. It is a stark contrast to the finish everything on your plate mentality found elsewhere, and it is one of the hidden reasons why Japanese women rarely struggle with weight gain as they age. Combined with the simple habit of eating slowly, savoring each bite, and appreciating the aesthetics of the meal, this mindful eating practice keeps metabolism sharp and helps regulate hormones that control hunger and satiety. But the secret extends further than food alone. Meals are deeply social, often enjoyed with family or friends, creating a sense of community and emotional well-being. Stress, which is one of the most overlooked accelerators of aging, is reduced when food becomes a moment of gratitude rather than guilt. Japanese women learn from an early age to find beauty in simplicity. In the steaming bowl of rice, the delicate arrangement of pickled vegetables, the earthy aroma of miso soup. This mindset itself, an embrace of the present moment, contributes as much to their ageless appearance as the foods they consume. In truth, the secret behind why Japanese women remain slim and youthful after 60 is not one element but an interwoven philosophy of balance. The wisdom of moderation, The dedication to fresh and natural foods, and the cultural rituals that turn eating into an art form all come together to create a lifestyle that resists the typical patterns of aging. This first glimpse into their world reveals that the secret is not inaccessible. It is not locked away in expensive products or exclusive regimens. Instead, it is a way of life, a collection of daily habits that anyone can learn from and adapt. And as we dive deeper, it becomes clear that this graceful aging is not an accident, but the natural outcome of generations living in harmony with their food and their bodies. If food is the foundation of the Japanese approach to longevity, then daily rituals are the pillars that keep it standing strong. Japanese women do not separate health, beauty, and lifestyle into different compartments. Instead, they live as though every small action, from morning to night, contributes to their well-being. This integrated approach may seem subtle, but over the decades it shapes the body, the skin, and even the spirit in remarkable ways. What may appear to outsiders as effortless grace is, in truth, the result of habits so ingrained in their culture that they are often taken for granted. Yet, when examined closely, these rituals reveal powerful lessons for anyone seeking to age gracefully. One of the first rituals that stands out is the role of tea, particularly green tea. Unlike sugary sodas or heavy coffees loaded with cream, Japanese women often start their day or accompany their meals with a simple cup of green tea. This humble drink is far more than a cultural tradition. It is a treasure chest of antioxidants, most notably catechins, which combat free radicals responsible for cellular aging. Green tea has been shown to reduce inflammation, improve skin elasticity, and even boost metabolism. Some women prefer matcha, a finely ground powdered green tea that contains concentrated levels of these beneficial compounds. The ritual of preparing tea, whisking it slowly, and sipping it mindfully is as important as the drink itself, because it turns a simple beverage into a meditative practice. In that calm moment, stress levels fall, the mind clears, and the body benefits not only from the nutrients, but also from the serenity of the ritual. Movement is another daily cornerstone of Japanese life. In much of the modern world, exercise is often seen as something separate, a session at the gym or a scheduled workout. But in Japan, physical activity is built seamlessly into daily routines. Japanese women walk far more than their Western counterparts, not out of obligation, but as a natural part of life. Narrow streets, public transportation, and compact neighborhoods encourage walking to markets, train stations, and local shops. This steady, low-impact activity supports cardiovascular health, keeps weight stable, and strengthens muscles and joints without the strain of extreme exercise. Beyond walking, many older women also engage in Ragio Taiso, the traditional radio calisthenics that have been practiced since the early 20th century. These short, simple routines, stretching, bending, light movements, are performed daily, sometimes even in groups, providing both physical benefits and social connection. The result is a body that remains supple, balanced, and resilient long past the age when stiffness and weakness commonly set in elsewhere. Bathing, too, is more than hygiene in Japan. It is therapy. The practice of soaking in hot baths, whether at home or in natural hot springs known as onsen, is deeply woven into Japanese culture. For women over 60, this ritual supports circulation, relaxes muscles, and provides time for reflection. Hot spring waters, often rich in minerals like sulfur, calcium, and magnesium, are believed to support skin regeneration and joint health. But beyond the science, the daily act of soaking in warm water is a practice of letting go, releasing stress, improving sleep, and nurturing the body in a way that feels both luxurious and essential. For Japanese women, beauty is not a product applied to the surface. It is cultivated from within, supported by rituals that calm the nervous system and allow the body to heal itself. Equally important is the relationship Japanese women have with rest and sleep. In the West, sleep is often sacrificed for productivity, treated as a luxury rather than a necessity. In Japan, while modern life can be demanding, there is still cultural value placed on rest. Afternoon naps, known as inamuri, are socially accepted, and maintaining a consistent bedtime routine is seen as part of caring for oneself. Sleep allows the body to repair, the skin to rejuvenate, and the mind to reset. Combined with their lighter diets and reduced alcohol consumption compared to some cultures, Japanese women often experience deeper, more restorative sleep, which shows on their faces in the form of fewer wrinkles and brighter eyes. Finally, there is the quiet but profound role of community. Japanese women rarely age in isolation. The social fabric, whether through family gatherings, neighborhood connections, or shared rituals like group exercise and tea, provides emotional nourishment that is just as vital as physical food. Studies in longevity consistently show that strong social ties are linked to lower stress levels, reduced risk of chronic disease, and increased life expectancy. For Japanese women, this sense of belonging and purpose translates into a kind of inner glow that no cosmetic can replicate. Their slim figures and youthful energy are not simply the product of what they eat or how much they walk, but also the result of living within a supportive community that values harmony and connection. When you piece together these rituals, green tea, mindful movement, soothing baths, restorative sleep, and community, you begin to see that Japanese women do not chase youthfulness. They do not desperately try to fight aging as if it were an enemy. Instead, they flow with time, embracing it with habits that keep the body balanced, the mind calm, and the spirit light. It is this graceful approach to living, built on small but powerful daily rituals, that allows them to remain slim, strong, and ageless well into their 60s and beyond. At the heart of why Japanese women remain slim and ageless beyond 60 lies something deeper than food or ritual. It is a philosophy, a way of viewing life and aging itself, that transforms the passage of time from something to be feared into something to be embraced. While in many parts of the world aging is often seen as decline, in Japan it is viewed as another stage of beauty, a natural continuation of life's unfolding seasons. This quiet cultural wisdom, passed down through generations, allows Japanese women not only to preserve their health, but also to radiate a kind of timeless elegance that cannot be manufactured. One of the most powerful expressions of this philosophy is wabi-sabi, the appreciation of simplicity, imperfection, and transience. In Japanese culture, beauty is not tied to flawless perfection, but to authenticity. The worn edges of a wooden bowl, the cracks in a piece of pottery repaired with gold, the gentle lines on an aging face. Japanese women learn to see aging not as the loss of youth, but as the gaining of character. Wrinkles, instead of being an enemy to conceal, are often accepted as the natural poetry of a life well lived. This acceptance does not mean neglect. Rather, it creates a sense of peace, reducing the stress and anxiety that so often accelerate the very aging people try to resist. By embracing the beauty of each stage of life, Japanese women carry themselves with confidence and serenity, which in turn enhances their appearance and energy. Minimalism also plays an important role. From fashion to lifestyle, Japanese women often choose quality over quantity. Their wardrobes may be smaller, but the clothes are carefully chosen, well-fitted, timeless, and elegant rather than trendy and disposable. Their skincare routines, too, reflect this mindset. Fewer products, but chosen with intention and rooted in natural ingredients like rice water, seaweed extracts, or camellia oil. By avoiding excess, they allow the skin to breathe, the body to stay balanced, and the mind to remain uncluttered. This sense of restraint, of knowing when enough is enough, permeates every area of their lives, and it protects them from the stress, overindulgence, and imbalance that so often lead to premature aging in other cultures. Another important aspect is their sense of purpose, often described as ikigai, the reason for being. Even after retirement or after their children have grown, many Japanese women continue to nurture passions, hobbies, or community roles that give them meaning. Whether it is tending to a small garden, practicing calligraphy, volunteering in their neighborhoods, or caring for grandchildren, this sense of purpose provides energy that keeps the body and mind engaged. Science has shown that having purpose in life is strongly linked to longevity and lower risks of chronic disease, and in Japan, this truth is lived out daily. A woman in her 70s who still wakes up excited to cook for her family, take a walk with her neighbors, or practice her craft is less likely to feel the weight of aging. Instead, she glows with vitality, her spirit shining through her posture, her smile, and her eyes. Even the rhythm of their environment plays a role. Japanese homes often emphasize natural light, fresh air, and simplicity, which creates spaces that nurture calm. Meals are eaten slowly and often at a low table, encouraging good digestion and posture. Gardens, no matter how small, connect them to nature, reminding them of the cycles of life and the importance of harmony. Unlike the culture of constant rushing and multitasking seen in many parts of the world, Japanese women learn to give themselves moments of pause, to savor tea, to listen to the sound of rain, to enjoy the fleeting beauty of cherry blossoms. These pauses reduce stress, regulate the body's systems, and create a deep sense of inner balance. When we step back and look at the full picture, the secret behind Japanese women remaining slim and ageless after 60 is not a secret at all. It is a lifestyle. It is the harmony of mindful eating, daily movement, restorative rituals, and a philosophy that celebrates simplicity and authenticity. It is a gentle respect for the body, an embrace of imperfection, and a deep connection to purpose and community. And perhaps most importantly, it is a refusal to see aging as something to battle. Instead, it is welcomed as a natural, beautiful continuation of life. For anyone watching, the lesson is clear. Graceful aging is not found in expensive creams, harsh diets, or desperate attempts to chase youth. It is found in the small, intentional choices you make every day. The food you place on your plate, the rituals you nurture, the people you surround yourself with, and the mindset you carry into each morning. If Japanese women can embody timeless beauty and vitality through these principles, so can you. Aging is not the end of beauty, but the evolution of it. And if you choose to embrace balance, simplicity, and purpose, then 60 can be the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with health, elegance, and ageless confidence.